Hey guys, Rini here and welcome to my channel. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I provide weekly tips and tricks to help you live a more natural life. So today we're discussing how to dilute essential oils. So this is a question I get asked most often, is how do you safely dilute essential oils? So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to talk about is some terms that you need to understand before we get into how to dilute essential oils. So the first term that I want to talk about today is when you apply an essential oil neat. So you might have heard this term before and you might or might not know what it means, but when you apply an essential oil neat onto your skin, it just means that you are applying it directly to your skin without anything else added to it. So that is what the term means when you say you're using an essential oil neat. So a carrier oil is going to be an oil that you add to your skin along with the essential oil to help dilute the essential oil, because as you know, essential oils are very potent, and so it's really important that we know the proper dilution not only on ourselves but for our families. So now that you know some of the terms that people talk about when they're talking about diluting essential oils, let's go ahead and talk about some great carrier oils that you can use. So there are a lot of different carrier oils on the market today that you can buy and use. So my personal favorite is fractionated coconut oil, but there are many others, including jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil, and also pomegranate seed oil. So these are all great carrier oils to use. Now the one thing I do want to mention is when you're using a carrier oil, just like essential oils, it's important the quality that you are putting on your skin. So I always recommend that you try to find an organic carrier oil, just because our skin is our largest organ, so it's so important what we put onto our bodies. So now that we know some great carrier oils that we can use when diluting essential oils for ourselves and our family, let's go ahead and talk about some safe ways to dilute these essential oils. So the first thing I want to start off by saying is that babies 3 months and younger, the safest way to use any essential oils is always going to be through diffusing them. So for babies and toddlers, a general recommendation is 1 drop of essential oil per 1 tablespoon of carrier oil. So I got asked a while back about how to create these roller bottles for babies when you want more than just 1 essential oil in for these babies. And a great thing to do is to take, say you want a drop of lavender and a drop of Roman chamomile for a teething recipe. You can take 1 drop of your lavender, 1 drop of your Roman chamomile, add 2 tablespoons of your carrier oil, and then mix it in a glass bowl and then add to your roller bottle. So that's the safest way to do it, and I know mommies sometimes want to use more than just 1 essential oil in their roller bottles for their babies. So that's a great way to do it. So let's talk about diluting essential oils for children. So a general recommendation for that is about 1 drop of essential oil for 1 teaspoon of essential oil. So as children and babies and toddlers get older, you can dilute the oils a little bit less as they go. So that is a really cool thing to remember. When you get to be an adult, so I would say teenagers that kind of are more the size of an adult, and then also adults in general, you're going to look at 3 to 6 drops of essential oil per 1 teaspoon of essential oil. So it's really important, and I always recommend dilution, especially with people with sensitive skin. So if you have sensitive skin, I always recommend diluting more. So the general rule of thumb that I always subscribe to is, especially in regards to essential oil, less is always more. So if you are unsure of how you or your family is going to react to essential oils, always start off with the most dilution that you think you need, and then you can always add in a little bit more later. Thanks for stopping by and listening to how to dilute essential oils. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me at simplyrini@simplyrini.com. I'd love to answer any questions you may have specifically about diluting essential oils and also just essential oils in general. So I hope you have a great day. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tips and tricks on how to live a more natural life. So I'll see you next time.